The MCU is a fucking joke now. And if you think I'm joking, just ask Taika Waititi. He loves jokes. This movie I'm about to review is full of them. Yep, that's right, guys. Thor Love and Thunder is one big fat joke. It is easily one of the worst movies of 2022. What's annoying is that this movie had all the potential in the world to be good. You have Christian fucking Bale, one of the best actors in Hollywood right now, playing the villain, Gore the God Butcher, and you're coming off Thor Ragnarok, one of the best sequels in the MCU, and to top that off, you have Oscar winner Taika Waititi fuck returning to direct once again. What could go wrong? Literally everything. Well, not everything. The first scene isn't bad, I guess. It shows Gore and how he lost his daughter, which led him to become a god-killing maniac. But that's about it. The rest of this piece of shit disaster is a shit show if you haven't guessed by now. So we jump ahead to Thor going on missions or whatever with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I love the Guardians movies, especially the Guardian Squad, so surely their scenes with Thor are fun and entertaining, right?
Nope.
And it's not just that. Having them in the trailer was so misleading because they're in this opening sequence and they don't show up again. And it only gets worse from here. Jane is finally back, everyone. And you guessed it. She's still bland as fuck just like in the first two films. Only in this one, she reaches peak cringe when she somehow becomes Girl Thor.
You serious?
So she is diagnosed with cancer, and Thor orders for his hammer to protect her. And because the hammer apparently feels so much sympathy for her, it gives her the power of Thor. Because apparently she was worthy this entire time. Really? Jane is worthy? What the fuck did she do to become worthy of wielding the fucking hammer? Why is she so fucking special? So anyways, she becomes Lady Thor or Mighty Thor or basically a fucking girl version of Thor, but how she became worthy literally makes no sense at all. So Guy Thor and strong female Thor team up to fight Gore along with some unlikable friends like King Valkyrie. I'm sorry, wait. King Valkyrie? But shouldn't it be Queen? You know what? Whatever. Who gives a shit? So Gore kidnaps a bunch of kids and does nothing to them. Gore, the evil god butcher, captures these kids and puts them in this cage or whatever and just does nothing. Wow, so evil. Thanks for wasting Christian Bale as a villain, Taika, what dumb fuck. Anyways, that's what this movie is about. Thor and his stupid friends must take down Gore and save the children. They run into Zeus along the way, and Thor gets naked in front of everybody. Wow, ha ha ha, so funny. Okay, imagine if it was Jane who was naked down there and Thor was the one watching and laughing. We all know the audience reaction would be very, very different. So eventually, they find Gore, and Thor gives his power to the kids he captured somehow, some way, I don't fucking know, and they all take down Gore the God Butcher together. If Thor was able to do this so easily, give his power to all the kids and shit, then why the fuck didn't he give everyone his mighty power when they were fighting Thanos? And that's not the only continuity issue here. In one of the last scenes, Thor and Gore go to Eternity, this god who grants wishes, I guess, whatever, who fucking cares. And Thor lets Gore wish his daughter back in exchange for his life. I was blown away at how idiotic and utterly ridiculous that is. I'm not talking about Thor allowing Gore's daughter to be brought back to life. That was a nice moment, actually. I'm talking about Eternity and how it lets you grant any wish, basically. If you can use Eternity to wish for anything to happen, then why the fuck didn't they just use it to wish for Thanos to die? Why didn't they use it to wish away Ultron, or Hela, or literally anyone else who posed as a fucking threat to the fucking universe? Oh my god, Taika Waititi fuck, you really outdid yourself here. This movie is fucking terrible. Christian Bale is the most wasted villain of all time. He is Gore, the God Butcher, and he only kills one guy on screen. Like, really, Taika? You couldn't add like one or two more scenes showing Gore killing people to make him more dangerous and menacing and thus increasing the stakes in this movie? Like, literally, like, showing shots of like dead gods after killing him does not fucking help with that at all. It just makes it even dumber because it doesn't fucking show him killing them. Like, that's how fucking simple this is. Just show him killing them. Don't just show them dead after. That's just fucking lazy as fuck. Oh my god. So Thor easily defeats Gore in the end, and when he gives the children his power and solves his problems with a wishing well god, everything goes back to normal. And yeah, that's Thor Love and Thunder. One of the things that bothers me most is the comedy in this movie. Not everything has to be a fucking joke, Taika. I swear, every serious moment and every important scene in this movie gets demolished by a painfully unfunny middle school joke. Like, fuck you, movie. You are a comic book superhero film, not a fucking dumb late night comedy. Now, this is all coming from a guy who loved Thor Ragnarok. So when you ask me why I love Ragnarok but hate this movie, I must describe two key elements that make that movie so different from this one. The first element is humor. The comedy in Ragnarok was properly balanced with serious scenes, and when there was time for comic relief, it was funny, entertaining, and overall more impactful because of that proper balance. In Love and Thunder, the humor is overdone, and thus the comic relief is not nearly as impactful. And to top that off, the jokes are not nearly as funny. This leads me to my second element, which was the writing. Taika was stupid dumb tittyfuck didn't write the script for Ragnarok. Instead, smarter and funnier writers wrote it. As for this one, it was all Taika. He wrote and directed it, and to me, that not only shows that Taika should stick to directing rather than writing, but it also tells me that if he wrote Ragnarok all by himself, then it probably would have been just as bad as Love and Thunder. Like, seriously? Taika Waititi doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He turned a fucking Thor movie into a fucking Family Guy episode. So with all of that said, this is the worst Thor movie. The writing is shit, the CGI is shit, the fight scenes are shit, and the fucking story is shit. I mean, how we went from the best Thor movie to the worst Thor movie with the same director is beyond me. I'm gonna give Thor Love and Thunder a 2 out of 10. And the only reason I didn't give it a 1 is because of Chris Hemsworth and Christian Bale. Their performances were spot on, and I could tell they were doing their best despite the shit writing. Their backs fucking broke from carrying this trash-ass film. Poor Chris and Chris. You both deserve better. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe as there will be more movie reviews on the way.